Hey everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer and welcome to a new playthrough video. Today I am returning to Core Space. I recently started playing Maladum, a fantasy version of this, and I've just been itching to get back to the sci-fi version. Instead of playing the campaign in the book, I'm going to be playing random missions from the Battle Systems website. Over the years they've released, 40, probably more than that, downloadable missions. This one is called Lost in Space. Let me give you the rundown of how this will work. So my crew is going to start down here. They have found a derelict ship floating nearby. When they entered the ship, something happened. I know what happened. The power failed. The airlock door is preventing them from getting back to their ship. Also, oxygen is running out. So what are they going to do? Well, the game involves searching the ship for 2 spare parts that can be brought over here to the engine room and used to repair the ship. Once I find the parts, it says you bring them to the engine room and then you must install them. You must interact with one of the power conduits. These are the power conduits. So I have to be next to one of them, and then I have to do an interact action, which is just a standard action, and I have to repair both. When I do, life support will come back on, as will the, it says the generator will restart and the crew can return to the airlock. It does say with no life support systems in place, they are running out of air. Once the generators are back online, these rules no longer apply. The air is interesting. It limits each of my crew to 1 move, not 2. I can make a second move, but if I do, I have to roll the blue die, and on an exclamation mark, which is a 1 in 6 chance, I lose a health. So I guess you're overexerting yourself. So you can run if you need to. Now, this scenario is ramped up a bit. It's more for experienced crews, so I've dumbed it down a little bit. What I've done is it recommends that you set the threat track to 8, which is like up in the watch your back phase. That's pretty high. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 in the relaxed state. Like everything, the ship was in stasis, now it's starting to wake up. That will give me a little bit. I will tell you, this game can be quite difficult, and I do think when you play solo like I do, or the group, you sometimes have to customize the game, otherwise you're going to die. I mean, this game is hard to begin with. So I've reduced the threat track. I did set up the crates, and as the mission describes, I don't know where. Well, I do know the large crates, there's 3 of them, have the engine parts. Is that true? That is not true. The engine parts could be in anything. That's right. They could be in any of them. What else? My crew, I've got 4. I've got 2 soldiers, a hunter, and a tech. And what I did was I've given them all basic weapons and an ammo reload or a health token to restore 2 health. Other than that, they're starting out at level 1. They don't have, well, not level 1, whatever their basic character starts out with, that's what they have. So they don't have a whole lot. And I did forget to choose a 4th one. He's got 4 skills, so I'm going to give him this one, which allows him to add 2 dice for a close assault. All right. So when it's my turn, after my heroes move, I will place an activation token to mark that they have taken their turn. Also, every room has a token like this, a little magnifying glass. You can search a room once, and when you do, you get to pull a token from the basic bag right here. they all have limited carrying ability on their tray, so I've got to be careful not to loot too much. Is there anything else? I think that is it. We will get started, and it is my turn. Oh, actually, at the start of the turn, it's always the threat phase. So what you do is you place a token, and you draw an event card. Now, I set up the event deck as described in the scenario. It's got all of the location cards and all of the purge cards, but I've added one, I guess, I don't know what they call it, a crew card. It's sort of like a friendly card. I've added one to the deck for each of my crew, so there's 4 in here. I got that from Maladum. Maladum introduced these cards, or it said, you know, you can introduce them to make the game a little easier, but it also is just, it makes sense that there's going to have to be some good luck happen. So I've already shuffled it, but I'll go ahead and shuffle it again. And then after you place the pegs, a peg, you draw a card and you read it. It is a world card, so it's something in the environment. And we are in relaxed mode. It says onward, all is quiet. It's probably going to get rough though, so be ready. But for now, lower the hostility by 1. Well, I will take that because that hostility tracker will move quickly. Now in this game, it's broken into phases. It goes the threat phase where you put the token and draw a card. Then it goes traitor phase. Then the purge phase. The purge is the bad guys. Then any NPCs, and there shouldn't be any NPCs in this one. They would be dead because the ship was a derelict. And then it goes to the assessment phase where you pick up all your tokens, do any cleanup, like if there's any injuries or things like that, and then you start over. So on the traitor phase, remember, I can only move once because the oxygen is low. Normally, and you can move 4 spaces. Normally you can move up to 8 plus 1 extra effortless dash that boosts you 1 extra. Opening doors is an effortless action, but you do have to do it. And there is a door right here. So the question is, my logic is, I know there's spare parts here. My captain has told the crew, we've got to find these spare parts. It makes no sense to start here and go all the way to the back. We need to spread out here and then move this way and check as we go. So what I'm going to do is the captain is going to go forward first. Sandar will move 1. He will do an effortless action to open the door, and he'll go 2, 3, 4. Can you do? No, the effortless would interrupt the move. Crap. Okay. Interesting. And I believe for movement, you cannot move through a friendly. I'm going to double check that. It's different for different games, and I play so many. When a character takes movement, characters can move through other friendlies. Okay, you can't move through enemy, and enemy cannot move through you. So once I open the door, they can move through. So the captain is going to, well, I had him started here, so I will move, and I will open the door. And my second action, I really don't want to lose a health by taking a risk, but time is kind of the essence, so I'm going to risk it. I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. This doesn't quite line up. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I need to roll this, and if I roll an exclamation, which I did, I'll lose a health. Great. And that is the captain's turn. That's what you do when you get greedy. All right. I am going to have Wade, who is my soldier. He's going to hold back and protect the rear. So I'm going to send Quell. He will move 1, 2, 3, 4. He's in the room. And since he's in here and he's tired, he will do a search. So I take this magnifying glass, I flip it over, and I will pull a token from the bag. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes you draw a weapon. Sometimes you draw ammo. Sometimes you draw a first aid kit. You never know. I drew a pistol. Okay. A military pistol. I will take that. His pistol, that was that was Quell. His pistol stinks. It's a 1-1. One die at close range, one die at medium. This is a 2-1-1, so it does give me a better chance. I am going to take it, and I'm going to make that his primary weapon. And if I have to, I'll drop his other pistol or give it to someone else. And he is done. That leaves Chit. Chit is going to... We got 2 going this way. Is there a door? There's a door here, which goes into here. I hate to split them up, but I don't think I really have much of... Well, I've learned over the years, keep them together. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. He can... I'm not going to have him double move. I can't afford to keep losing health to the stupid 1 move rule. So on his turn... what can he do? There's not much else you can do. The room is already searched. You can throw, pick up an item, give or take or swap. Yeah, he's kind of done. Oh well. All right, so I will mark him as done. And that leaves Wade. Wade will move up 1-2 to guard the hallway, and I'm going to have him search. So he will flip this over. We'll pull a token. He's just looking around. And he finds a grenade. Okay. Hey, you never know. Grenades will be good. His backpack or whatever he's carrying is full. So he's going to leave it here. And he's going to yell to them, hey guys, I found a grenade. I'm going to leave it here in case we need it. And he is done. And that is it for the trader phase. Now on the hostility phase, we look here and we're still in relaxed. So nothing happens. So there's no NPC phase. On the assessment phase, I pick up my tokens. And and then it is the hostility phase. So I put another token in, or a peg into here. And we draw an event card. So we're in the relaxed. Ammo. You spot a few rounds. Each player may add 2 ammo pegs to a single trader. Each player. Well, I haven't fired any. So that is not going to help me this round. It would have, but oh well. Can't do it. By the way, the rules say that if you cannot do what the card tells you to do, the whole card, if you can do part of it, do part of it. But if you can't do it, you put it, did it say you shuffle it back in? I think you shuffle it back in. And then you draw another one. So let's do that. Let's look at the hostility phase. Hostility phase, yes. If for any reason no part of the card can be resolved, ignore it. There is the NPC, shuffle the unresolved card back into the deck and draw another. Okay, so we shuffle this back in, and then we draw another. It's interesting. You don't draw, then shuffle it back in. You shuffle it, then you draw. So you could draw it again. All right. Draw another one. Automated defenses. Lockout. You are locked out of all systems. Doors remain in their current state, but may not be opened or closed, and no online systems, elevators, buttons may be interacted with until the end of the round. I'm glad I got this one out of the way now because that could have caused real problems later in the game. But what it means is there's a door here and a door here. I won't be able to open those until the end. Maybe nothing may be interacted with until the end of the round. Okay, so right now that's okay. This door is open, and all I can do is move, really. So it's my turn. The captain will move 1, 2. He sees a big door and a little door. He'll go 3, and as an interact, he will open this door. And that is all he can do. There is a rest. I thought there was a rest action. You know what? The rest action is in Maladum. It's not in you can make a proximity move. I could move into the room with my effortless was to open the door. Picking up, giving an item, proximity moves. I am pretty sure that doors were I'm going to double check that, but I'm pretty sure doors were a movement. Where are doors? Does this game have an index? Yes, it does. Excellent. Some doors, some don't. 108. All right, on 108, it will tell me about doors. Doors. All doors are considered to be unlocked unless specified. A locked door, opening or closing a door is an effortless action. Okay, so I did do that right. So he is done. And he says, got a crate in here. Somebody come check it out. So I will send Quell. 1, 2, 3, 4. He is done. I tell Chit, back me up here, get up here. He'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. He's moving towards this door. And I yell out, Wade, how's it going out there? Wade's like, we're all clear. Wade will continue to monitor the hallway. He can't open any doors. He doesn't know that, but I guess he could move up a little bit. He'll move up just a little bit, and he is done. All right, that is the end of my phase. We are still in relax, so there are no enemies out. So we go to the hostility phase. This is the last peg that can be placed before we have the chance of enemies start arriving. Draw a card. I got a good card. Relaxed. I'm in relaxed. On my mark, you have been training while off mission to keep your team in synergy. Keep this card and discard it during any of your turns to benefit from the following. Combined attack. Each of your traders can make one of the following free actions. A move, a ranged assault, or a reload. That is excellent. Yes, that is pretty cool. Each of your traders. So I could play that. It says discard it during any of your turns, and everybody can make one of the following. A move, a ranged assault. That'll be good if there's like an enemy in the room. I can have them all direct their fire. All right, it is my turn. The captain. Oh, I need to pick up my tokens here. Captain says, Chit, follow me. 1, 2, 3. There's a door here. It's open on the thing here, but it's meant to be closed. So as an effortless action, I will open it, and he is done. It is Chit's turn. Chit will follow the captain. 1, 2, 3, 4. He is in this room. He will search it. So I flip this token over, and we get to draw a token. There's a crate over here too, which is awesome. I will get to search this crate shortly. Draw an item, and I draw another pistol, a 1-1. Not great, but hey, you can sell them, so there is that. And he'll put it in his backpack, and he is done. Now we have Gak. I love that name. No, that's Quell. Excuse me. He is a Gak. That's his race. Quell can move 1, 2. He will search the crate as his action. This is awesome. I love this part. Never know what you're going to find. All right, I got combat axe, a combat knife crafted, a rifle, some sort of an energy rifle, 2-2. Oh yeah. Quell is going to keep the axe. He's going to place the 2 pistols that he found and the knife back in. He's like, and he's got a good weapon now. All right, that is it for his turn. And I'm going to leave the lid off to indicate that it has been searched. What did I do with the lid? Right here. And if anybody wants, if I can get back to the exit, I might come back and get those pistols. We shall see. His turn is over, and that leaves Wade. Now, the doors will open this turn because, remember, at the end of the turn, that thing happens. So I've got a door here and a door here. I really... this makes me so nervous. This is like Wade is by himself. I could have him come around, or I can have him peek indoors, like look in here, look in there. There's a window here that he can look into and see his crewmates. What to do? Well, he is there for a reason. He's to protect the rear. So I'm going to let him be. He's going to move closer to the door. 1, 2, and he is done. I'm not going to open the door. Not going to open it, but we'll leave it there. By the way, you can close a door as an effortless action. you only get one effortless per turn. But if you close a door, when an enemy hits a door, they have to spend an act. They have to stop their movement and spend an action to open the door. It's considered effortless for me, but I believe the enemy has to stop their movement. Let me see what it says. Now I know that's the rule in Maladum, and they typically keep that for. In addition, tech characters can use their skills to unlock doors. Well, I do have a tech, but that is Chit. Doors can also be destroyed. When closed, doors are treated as part of a wall and block line of sight. Opening a door is effortless. Simply place. But see, enemies don't get effortless, so they have to spend an action. Yeah, in Maladum, the fantasy version of this, that's a very cool way. That's a strategy. You close the doors behind you, and that way they can't follow you. Now, there is a spawn point here, so an enemy could appear here in their rear. There's one there, here, there, over here, and right there. There's 6 in all. All right, that is my turn. Once again, we're still in relaxed, so no enemies, but now an enemy will arrive. We place a peg. And on the enemy's turn, we will look at this and roll a die to see if a purge appears. My turn. Since Quill has that nice weapon, I'm going to have him join the captain. He'll go. Well, hold on. I need to pick up my tokens. All right. He will. Let me think. How am I going to do this? Sorry, 1 second. I need to get a timer here. All right. He will... Well, the captain. Can the captain get to here in 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. He can't. Can Quell? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, Quell can. I'm going to have Chit go first. He will go 1, 2, 3, 4. He is next to the crate. He will, as an action, he will open the crate. Remember, I'm looking for machine spare parts. So in here, he finds a hunting knife. Ooh, a pistol, a Havoc pistol. This is the only rare item in the game. So there are basic items, uncommon items, and there are rare items. This scenario told me to pull a rare blue Chit. I didn't look at it. I just pulled it, and I put it in one of the crates and sealed it. So I didn't know which one. So I did find, now Chit has 3 pistols. That's all he can carry. The other thing he got is a target laser. Ranged reroll. Ooh, maybe I'll give that to somebody. I'm going to drop one of the pistols, the cheapy pistols. He's got 2 pistols that are 1-1. I'm going to put it back in the crate. And he's got a full count. He can't add any more. The only one that can add something is Captain Sondar. He's got some space, but everybody else is fully loaded now. So that's bad, because if I find a machine part or a repair part, whatever they call it, the spare parts, I don't know, it'll have to be the captain carrying it. So he is done. I'm going to leave the lid off to indicate that that is searched. He is done. And let's see, Captain will move through. 1, 2, 3, 4. The room has already been searched, so he is done. He's moving towards this door. And then I will have, do I search this room? Let's do it. He will search and then move. So there's a little magnifying. I'll flip it over so he gets a pull. And it could be something worth keeping. You never know. And he pulls a shield pod upgrade. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a shield. You get but it can only be used by a mech character. I'm gonna put it in the crate, or I'll put it back in. No, it'll go in the crate because I might come back and get it. Who knows? He is, and then he'll move. He was here. He goes 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll face the rear. He's guarding the rear. He yells out, "Wade, we're moving." Wade says, "I'm just going to check something." So Wade will open this door as an effortless action. Now, when he does, pop that out. So he opens the door, and through this opening, he sees a crate over here. Now, this is where this game gets bad. Players tend to get greedy. That is 1, 2, 3 turns to get all the way over there. But the spare parts could be in there. And I think it's worth risking it. He is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, and he is done. He can't search this room because he did his effortless action opening the door. So he is done. And that is the end of the turn. So now it is the purge phase, or the enemy phase. We are in guarded, 1 peg. So I roll the black die. This will tell me how many purge will show up. There is 1 blank on here, so it could be that nothing. If it shows 2 purge show up. Then you then roll this white die, which is numbered 1 through 6, and that tells you which of the spawn points. 1 purge will show up, and it will show up at 3. 1, 2, 3, all the way up here. Now, it does get an action. Purge have, on this thing right here, you see the number of actions. It says 1. So it will move. The way it will is it may not know where I am, but it sort of senses movement or humans or a living. It will move towards the closest enemy the shortest way possible. Okay, so here there's different ways it could get here. First off, it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's its maximum move. Now, it could come this way to Wade. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 to Wade. Over here to the captain or to Chit, from this door, captain's closer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So Wade is closer. So it will move next turn, unless Wade moves out of range, it will come this way to get to Wade. And it may come through this door. This may have been actually closer. I think that's the case, because Wade will be over here, and that will definitely be shorter. So I think I made the right call. All right, that is the end of the enemy phase. It is now hostility. We place a peg. And draw a card. They're everywhere. You've noticed them here and there, small insects clustered in pipes and conduits, probably attracted by residual energy. They were no bother at first, but now they seem to consider you a threat and they attack. Although not lethal, they are a nuisance and have poisonous bite. All non-purged lose 1 action this round and cannot make effortless actions unless they have a skill statistic of 3 or higher. None of my guys have a skill of 3 or higher. These characters only lose the ability to make effortless actions. Okay, so 1 action. Well, that's okay because I am limited to 1 action, and since I can't move, because it says you're limited to 1 action and cannot make effortless. So they can move or they can search or do something like that. So 1 action. Let's go ahead and pick up my tokens. 2, 3, 4. And it is now my turn. I'm going to go ahead and wait. I'm going to have Wade search here. He will flip this token, and then he'll draw, and then he'll move his 4. Oh, you can't make effortless actions. Never mind. They attack, although they have, but now they see all non-purged lose 1 action and cannot make effortless. So he'll just move. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and he is done. Swing it around over here. Let's have... The captain is aware that Wade is going off mark. I'm going to radio to him. You check that crate and you get your butt back here. I want to keep my characters together, so I'm going to tell Quell to move up. He'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. He is done. I'm going to have Chit hold back. He's my tech. I don't want to put him in orange, so I'm going to go 1, 2, and I'm going to open this door. Oh, I can't do effortless actions. Never mind. So he's done, and I've already searched the room, so there's nothing really that I can do. I will have Chit sit this one out, and that is the end of the turn. So now it is the NPC phase, or the enemy phase. So this enemy will move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's coming this way. I also have to roll to see if another one appears. One does. Where does it appear? What do I do with a white die? Here it is. I rolled a 5, so one will appear at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Way up here. Uh-oh. Oh, that's an assassin. Okay, here. It will move, and the captain's right here. It will go 1, 2, 3, 4. The captain does not know. It detects the captain's life sign, but the captain doesn't know it's there. So this is going to be interesting. All right, I keep these under 30 minutes, so I will be back in a week with the next part of this scenario. I hope you'll join me then. I love this game. I think Core Space and Maladum are very, very fun. I love the little bits and pieces of terrain that you can search and interact with, use as cover. This has just been one of those games I've really wanted to return to. So I'm glad to be back playing it, and I hope you want to see more. Again, a reminder, I make all of the first parts of my scenarios available for free. Follow-up parts for scenarios are members only. But remember, members to become a member of my channel, it's just $1 a month. I hope that's not unreasonable for the number of videos that I put out. But if you want to support this channel, please consider becoming a member for just $1 a month, and you'll get access to all of my member-only videos. All right, that's all I got. This is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer. Thanks for joining me on this game of Core Space. I'll see you in a week. Everybody, take care.
Check out the new RPG and Wargame newsletter. Each week, the Tabletop Engineer shares news, products, Kickstarters, and much more related to the gaming hobby. It's free to subscribe, so check out the link in the video description below to sign up.